here.
In this room.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing for your meeting room?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're ready to go now.
Okay, let's call this meeting to order. First on the agenda is reports, adoption of minutes, executive meetings, minutes, and special meetings.
I'll make the motion the minutes be approved as presented.
Motion by Mr. Clips is presented. Do I have a second?
I second.
Yeah.
Mark Flint seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain because I was not here. We've got the fiscal report. Any questions?
I make the motion to approve.
Motion by Mark Flint, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Clips. All in favor?
Aye.
Citizens Advisory Committee, Mr. Fraley.
Yeah, we have Mr. Chuck back today.
Good to see you, Mr. Chuck.
I just, the Boy Scouts are still getting cans out of the sites, and Girl Scouts sometimes. And as I drive around the county, I mean, things look good, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about.
That's good.
But,
Yep.
I don't see any major problems,
Great.
and I don't see much trash along the roads like I used to, so I think it's going good.
Well, and the sites are acting like the cans are getting picked up at a, on time, and they're not overflowing or anything, and I think it's good.
They call us, when they're getting high, they call us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Betsy and Ryan will get a hold of me too, so, but no news is good news usually, so.
Thank you. Old business, waste management reimbursement.
Okay, you knew we all had the cleanup, and then we never did get that contract from Waste Management. But anyway, I sent the invoices to them, and they paid it. I got an email back, and I was reimbursed within 2 weeks of, I think it's $27,560. But it covered the total thing, so we weren't out any money, actually. They would pay up to 30, and we were right at, yeah, it was 27, so that's good. We're even there. That's about it on that one.
They've handed out capital asset policy auditors.
Right, the auditor wanted us to have our own. We were always under the county, so that's just a copy of ours, and then I'll just need it, the one page to go around to sign to put it in effect, so.
I guess we need approval.
Need a motion to approve that policy? I'll make the
Probably,
motion to
yeah.
approve this policy.
Motion by RC, seconded by Mr. Nelson. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Where's the one for the signatures? Any specific?
It's coming around.
Okay.
It's there, yeah.
We do have piece of news on the audit expense.
Yes, they had told us all the time it would be 10,000 with the tier we were under, and we got the bill, and it was 4,476.55. So told Donnie to get that check in the mail before they change their
Before they
mind. So
change their
it's
mind,
paid.
right.
Yeah, it's paid. So, and that was the total cost, so.
Okay.
Okay. The new business, Petersburg oil tank replacement.
Yes, is it? Josh, okay, our Petersburg site, it's got a crack in it, it's leaking, we haven't been able to use it, for a while, we'd used Winslow's, but it's in terrible shape. And I never dreamed in a million years that when you go to price them, it's about a 400-gallon one, isn't it? 400 to 500-gallon one, they're anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000 if you can. I called Du Bois County, and they get it through West Virginia or something, but we haven't done anything. And then he had talked to Napa on Brandon Hawkins and stuff, and they came and pumped out part of it to get it, but then Brandon, did he tell you, he told me that they weren't really interested in getting it themselves, so we'll go back to Intech. And Josh had talked about wanting to move it to Napa and have them take it out there to burn, but I don't think they're real interested. So that brings us back to, they would have just put it in containers, but it brings us back to going back to the old way, and we're gonna have to replace that. I went to Bowman and checked that tank. It's about as in bad shape, the lip on the bottom's broke to where it would leak out. And I just don't think it's worth moving. So these are gonna be expensive. They've all been here, I think, since solid waste has opened or has started. And at that, I don't know if we could go ahead and just replace the Petersburg one. The Winslow one's not leaking, but the gauge is broke. But I think we could take if we get a new one for Petersburg, we could take that gauge off and put it on Winslow's, cause it's still, but I've looked at different prices, I'll still try them, but when you get in the 400 or 500 gallon, unless we don't get one that big or whatever, but they're between 5 and 7, actually. It just depends on whether you get the antifreeze on the side, but the one that we have to replace it, that's what it would cost, so.
Well, let's just get one.
Pardon?
Let's just get one.
Yeah.
We gotta have one.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Well, I knew Josh had talked about wanting Napa to take it, but then as we went through that, I don't really think that they want to do it, so,
Just
is
need
it
to get a tank.
used a lot?
yeah.
Is it something we need, is it used a lot, or?
Well, we went down and pumped it, let's see, first time, we went and pumped some, and then they had put some in it, and it started leaking again. So then we went down and pumped the whole thing, so we wouldn't have a spill.
Well, and Brandon told me that by the time they get there, take the trucks, try to pump it out, he thought it was a good idea, and then trying to get back, it's more trouble than it's worth, and then it's got water in it, but that's because it's it's got a crack in it. So, he just started out thinking, I think he wanted to do it, and then just decided that it was gonna be more trouble than it's worth, so,
You
Started out
definitely
with
don't want
only
that
saving
leaking
county
out
money,
yeah.
on ground.
and then they didn't.
You know.
want us with that.
You don't see how much choice you gotta replace it.
Yeah.
So if it gets full, who's going to, okay.
Environmental Tech, that's who always did it before. We had, Environmental Tech out of Evansville's who I call, and they empty them all the sites, but they kind of thought it would save the county money to go ahead and do this other route, but it's really not working out, so.
I'm with Jeff, let's get one.
Yeah, I mean-
If it's something we have to have and it's used,
And
Yeah.
get what we need, whether it's got 2 compartments or,
Right, you have the antifreeze side and the other one, and I don't have an issue with Environmental Tech that comes up and gets it anyway, but that's other route, they were gonna wanna burn it out there and but once they tried it once, I think they decided it was more trouble than it's
we
worth.
just have it at one side.
Pardon?
How many, do we just have it at one side?
We only need to replace one right now. We've got them at all the
Right
sites. Yeah, right, we're right now, they're all in bad shape, but,
yeah.
okay.
Motion, Mr. Nelson to replace it, second by Mr. Flynn,
Yeah,
I assume.
yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Chris, you ready for the Stendal? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Ryan, do you deal with those tanks at your workplace?
That's what I mean, I don't wanna drag this on, cause we have the money to replace it, but I'd like to see, is there IDM specifications of the tank?
Well, I didn't talk to IDM, I called Du Bois County, up there and asked them what they got, and I know theirs is, those all qualifications, she said they are so expensive, they've been buying one a year, and I didn't check with IDM, but that's what Du Bois County uses, was this place out of West Virginia that I've talked to. I didn't call them because I was still waiting on, what we were gonna do through here, but how long it takes to get one, I don't know. If you know of anybody else, cause they're expensive, if you know of anybody else that we could check with.
Well, that's just it, I don't know what IDM's requiring. It's just waste oil.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if they would,
I know all the ones that I've looked up are all say that they're all qualified for IDM. They're all the ones that you buy from these companies, the ones that Du Bois, I know they are, but there may be some if we look for a lot cheaper ones that wouldn't be, but I haven't ran into that yet, so,
they're poly
yeah, yes,
instead of steel. I would rather go with steel, it's gonna last longer, but.
right.
We do waste oil all the time, we put in steel tanks, but we're in IDEM accordance, so.
So I'm
Could you check?
assuming if it doesn't have a containment, it's double walled.
We have double wall,
Yeah,
Now,
these are all
this is-
triple, double walled, yeah, I think that we have in there, so,
It's odd that you'd have leaks in a double wall, though.
The tank it's got a confinement space, like it's got a base on it to where if it would spill out, it would.
Oh, so it's not actually double, it's diked on the bottom.
I don't think so.
Okay, that makes sense.
the ones that I'm looking at, I think are, I don't know on that one on the inside, so, yeah.
Okay, Senator Science.
Yeah, So Stendhal has asked for an increase in their rental site for, I think it's 250, up 250 to 750. So it will change our budget pricing for the commissioners to go up. And that is also, that agreement is with the county, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know, they haven't raised it in years. I'm gonna go ahead and hit all my stuff if that's okay.
That's fine.
So wait a minute. They want, it's 250 and they want 750?
No, they want 250 more. It's 500 right now. They want 750.
Who is it?
We've increased at Stendhal,
Oh, Carlisle.
Carlisle's.
Did we just raise that on them?
No, we haven't raised theirs since I've been here.
Cole was the last
Coe has
one that
been raised.
last
Otwell
year,
was
I think.
raised because we doubled the size.
Yeah.
Coe's raised, I think, twice. We've raised
Yeah.
it twice. So we haven't raised at Winslow or
They
Stendhal.
had requested to raise it though, because I remember several years ago, they
Maybe.
got brought up to request to raise it.
Yeah. I saw this, I knew this was coming just because we had raised a couple others and they had mentioned it in the past. But the contract wasn't up yet and it'll be up next year, so. We sprayed all those sites, solid waste paid for that, but we were having complaints of insects, roaches, bees, different things, really bad in the spring. So we did go through, we haven't had to do it since and nobody's complained, but
Nobody's
just to keep
complained
them
since it,
safe and we had bought them spray, but it just didn't seem to be working. So we did that. I'll let you guys talk about the sticker prices. It's not on here, but with the okay of the commissioners, we are asking to request, the raise for the site attendants. Just so you guys all know, they're making $11.33 during the week. I think it's $11.78 on Saturday. The request will be going to the council next week to be a flat rate, $14. Except for the senior site attendant who would get 15. Cinda reached out to the other solid waste management districts. We only got heard back from 2. Jasper pays $14.38 and Gibson County's union, they pay $21.59, I think. And they're all union employees, they're full-time, so really not a good comparison for us. Just when that goes into the council, know that this solid waste management district does reimburse the county a big chunk of that money. So when we took over from PCARC and quit doing that contract, the county actually saved a decent bit of money. Solid waste management district didn't back their money off. So they are paying a good chunk. And I have spreadsheets if you guys want to see them. I sent it to the council already. Yeah. That's out, I've got all the numbers on there just to show you what the county portion is, what the solid waste management district reimburses, but they do send us that check, give us that check every month. I've never had trouble keeping site attendance until this year. The last 3 months have been rough. I've gone through, 4 or 5?
And trying to get a new application's been rough.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten applications since this last time until just the last week or 2. So, it's the roughest. We've had to actually close the sites a few times because we just didn't have people. So, I just kind of wanted to give this board an awareness too as to what we're doing under the commissioners as well.
And Donna, if you don't, well, you guys may already have it, I had Donna run like a 5-year income and expense in our funds, and so she's got a report, I've got mine at home. That's
I've got a
5
copy,
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're still spending less than what we're bringing in, plus buying truck here and there and some different things like that for the county. Our balances have not came down, so
No.
we're,
Our tipping fees back, I
Yeah.
mean, it was declining last time a couple, and then this last couple have been back up to 27, 30,000, yeah. I don't know how long it'll last, we have no idea, but, you know, it's up right now, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just to kind of kick off that next, sticker prices, you may think about raising those. I mean, the world as a whole, everything's raising. We haven't raised ours at least since I've been here.
And
They're
Du
still
Bois
$1.
County's, yeah.
Du Bois County's raising theirs again, and I'm pretty sure they've raised since I've got here.
Well,
The
they're
sticker
already
prices
at 2.
themselves,
When I got a hold of her, she's at
$30.
2, and they're getting ready to raise them again, so.
The stickers themselves, I've had to raise budget, I think, the last 3 years because I'm not ending up with enough to finish the year. I'm having to rebuy in like October to get them to the places that sell them. Because those, since COVID, those sticker prices themselves have increased. I mean, we don't pay a fortune, but we pay like close to $7,000 where it used to be like $4,500. So that price has gone up, let alone the price of us, disposing of the trash. That goes up every year. That contract haul price goes up constantly. So I know we pay a lot of it. We don't want the consumer to pay it all, but I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand with the consumer maybe paying a little bit of it, I mean, they've been at $1 forever, so just a thought, you guys
Even
can.
50%, 50 cents,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have to maybe go to what Du Bois does if we raise them at all, but 50 cents would make a huge difference on each one, so,
It's still a bargain compared to having somebody pick it up for you.
yes.
It's the cheapest operation around for the residents.
And I don't know if Du Bois is going to 250 or what they're going to. I know they're already at 2, and they're gonna go up again, but even if we went up $1.50, I mean, but everything has raised. I know we're struggling at the end trying to even buy the stickers.
Has the number of stickers increased from last year to this year, or are we still staying the same?
They stayed really close, like, we have stayed really close almost every year. I can't remember, I think I get 125,000 is what I used to always get. And that pretty much got me through the year because depending on toward the end of the year at Christmas, sometimes people will stock up or not, but I'm usually around 110,000. So when I was buying the 125, I was good. Well, trying to stay under budget and keep numbers, we've made them smaller. I've only been getting about 110 the last 2 or 3 years to try to stay within my budget.
And we're starting to get
And
low
we
right
start
now.
to- I still, last year, ended up having to buy them in December because I couldn't make it to January. So you really need that. You really need to be at least 115 to 120,000. But the stickers themselves, like, we haven't really increased the amount we're selling, but we're really steady. I mean, like, the last 5 years, I feel like we've been that 110 to 115, 115,000 is about what we go through in a year.
And we've picked up another one, the pantry going out of town, or Quick Pick, whatever, they have started, they called and requested that we put them there, so we've added another person, or another business.
Yeah. I mean, I told them we weren't done, sorry. Yeah, and that's, I mean, also, that's just, we're just going back to spend that into what we pay for the trash. I mean, just comes back to the county.
Question needs to go up. The question is, what's the number? It needs to go up something.
The magic number, I'd say 150, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the more round,
That's what it is, $1 now.
Yeah, I
it's $1
think two would be a
now.
sticker shock for
Jasper's
people.
2, I feel like that's too
That's
much.
too much at once, but it's gotta go up to cover some of these costs. For
I feel like that, and I just honestly feel like the more you can round it off, like, I feel like if someone, instead of doing, 1050, they're gonna be like, well, add another sticker, and then, then you're even. And I know you can do that with the quarter, but it tends to just get a little bit less, where people just wanna hand them a 20, or,
Yeah, for the people handling it. make it
Yeah.
What would we want to think about putting on the agenda for next meeting?
I just think it's something to consider, even if you
Yeah,
don't
just
do it
think
for
about
this year, maybe for next year. But I buy those in December, I order them in December, so if we could know an answer for this year by December, then we could determine for next year, what price I put on them. Just a
Well,
thought.
the liquor store in Winslow was charging $1.50.
Nobody really questioned it besides you, did they, Brian?
I know. They weren't the only ones that,
I told him I was gonna send the sheriff in there, then he went back.
yeah, we had one other one that tried that. We had to nip that in the bud.
Are you suggesting we go to $1.50, they'll go to 2?
He didn't seem like he had a problem with it.
And I'm sure a lot of people paid that before you got there, yeah, and didn't,
A handling fee.
yeah, that's what he was charging, a pocket fee.
Transfer funds, we have 3 of them here.
Most of the first 2 is just, well, office supplies. A lot of those office supplies go to our sites, and it's hard to keep that one straight. So services that's going to pay for our audit fee. I haven't paid it yet, it will be paid this month, so it'll show on next. But I didn't think you'd want to do a transfer of funds each month, so I just stuck it on this one.
Questions on the transfers?
And we just got that audit bill really in the last
Yes,
week or so.
Yes, we
yeah.
did.
You actually write a check for that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, quick one. Says they, yeah,
More happy to pay.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. And we're just thrilled it's not 10,000 on something.
Right. I'll make the motion to approve the request to transfer.
Melissa made the motion, seconded by Mr. Flint, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any-
Okay.
Anything else from the public, or? We have a motion.
anybody?
Motion adjourned.
Okay, thank you, RC.